side. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Huskers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Morris. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. He's in open space downfield.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll take it himself. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
You're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Gets the back moving. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Got a man, it's Morris. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is. When the defense gets that stop on third down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They try to get it outside on the left. There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. On the move, it's Bloomberg. Past the sticks and still on his feet. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. At the 40, there he goes. He's loose. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
The Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Still some work to do here on 3rd and goal from the 3. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying out there. A gutsy move by this ball club. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Fit it in the window for the score. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Fowler. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the left. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
Here we go, set.
Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Fly, trumpet.
Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wolverines. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. He's got 69 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the Huskers with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off the RPO, complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Fowler. He's got the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Huskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Hard running there.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. Just can't do it better.
Here comes this home crowd as the to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, it's Fowler. Makes the grab. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Slams it ahead. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Nebraska! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to fire. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jean-Pierre. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Here's the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He now has 110 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. The Huskers are flying down the field. They're going to ride this running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running it to the right. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
And guys. Sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
So here comes the Michigan offense.
Charcoal, charcoal, charcoal.
Going right to work up top. Pulls it in. It's Myers. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go.
Looking downfield on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
That's caught. It's Morris. Across the 45. Turning it on. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Wolverines, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to get behind the defense. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Great job by the defense not falling asleep on that play. Like, you're right there in that fringe area, this part of the field where offenses will get a little bit aggressive and try to throw the football because they kind of think the field's shrinking. It's harder to run. Nice job staying on it, staying disciplined, and executing by this defense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bloomberg. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the running back. I don't want to take away the main targets, the ballers on the outside. You do what I want you to do, and you still make the big play, get the huge 1st down on 3rd and long.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but There's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense getting him to the ground for no gain.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiving group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Second down coming.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running to the left.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Fowler. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll try the left side. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Going to sling it on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Bloomberg. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The give to the left. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Offense working from the pistol. The give to the back.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop. And if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Slippery rock, 35. Gannon University is 17.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is a moment with the lead late on 3rd down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Bringing the heat. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut, and that will extend their lead even further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. It's very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Trying play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Finds his man. It's Armour. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. The give to the single back. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Scanning the field, it's Fowler. Looking to buy time. Trying to escape and get it himself. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they'll take a knee.
Well, they start 2-0, and you really got to like what you're seeing from this football team so far. Yeah, it hasn't been perfect, but they've got a lot of playmakers. They've recruited well. That's showing up on the field, and they're playing smart. They're establishing an identity. Teams better watch out for these guys this season.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.